Welcome to Tuber Chat. If you have less than 10,000 subscribers, you've come to the right place. We are going to introduce you to some of the most influential content creators that can help get your channel moving beyond your first 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of watch time. I'm just giggling a little bit because Jaden, one of our members, is always saying things that make me laugh. And in the chat, word up, he knows that I say that all the time. So thank you for that, Jaden. Thank you for starting me off with a little bit of a laugh here. Thank you, everybody, for coming in. We've got a lot of familiar faces in the house, so thank you for that. Michael's Adventures is in the house, of course, with Jaden Sue. Ben Uten has returned, so thank you for that. Mr. Fulton Mraz has already shared us out, as he always does, so thank you for that. Uniquely Lavish, thanks for coming in early. Venom for Life, I hope you're still here on Javian's Day today, as well as Brandon Jackson. Thank you all for coming in. And I hope I'm not missing anybody that was here early. Just Living Life, it's always wonderful to see you, PA. I appreciate all the support that you give me everywhere. So thank you very much for coming in. MAH Videos, thanks for coming in as well. In Rachel's Place, it's always good to see you. So thank you for coming in. And Carisha Dupree Hamlet, thank you for coming in. It's good to see you back. Hopefully you're going to meet some new friends and family members. Cyoban's World, thanks for coming in again. And Shay's Journey, very nice to see you as well. Blood Dragon, good to have you back in the house. Thanks for coming in. Mishana, it's always a pleasure to see you. She recently did a video with Kristen. They did a 40-question challenge. They were challenged and they took it on together. And there's a 2-part series to that. So I hope everybody will follow Mishana and then check out that video that she did with Kristen Walton. Hopefully all my bots are running today. Eve Belize, thank you for coming in. As you know, we are now 100% connected, so I'm happy about that and glad to see you back. TWTTV, thanks for coming back in. Hopefully you'll meet some new friends and family members. A Poet Unleashed, always good to see you. Thanks for coming in. And Lift to Eat is back in the house, so thank you for that. Hopefully you'll meet some new friends and family members as well. And then Mr. and Mrs. Anabalo, of course, thank you for coming in. One of our members, Kristen as well. Jaden is a gold member, so anybody that has a silver membership or higher has a guaranteed slot on the wheel every time we start the live stream, whether they're here or not. But Jaden is always here anyway. And I always appreciate that. Beautiful Fetching Rose, good to see you again. And let's see how I'm doing for catching up. Meant to Be RVing. Good to see you in here. Forgive me if I am not sure if this is your first time with Tuber Chat, but hopefully you're feeling welcome and you are going to meet many new friends and family members. If you just take your time, meet people one by one, follow the instructions at the bottom of the screen, you'll find yourself with some new friends and family members in no time. It's Rachel's Place. Thank you so, so much for your support. In Rachel's Place has just become a member. We'll get you right onto the wheel. And so thank you. Thank you so much for that. Van Life with Gina, thanks for coming in. And forgive me, for some reason, I feel like I recognize your channel, but I don't know if this is your first time with Tuber Chat, as Meant to Be RVing is. But, oh, and then hopefully you'll meet some new friends and family members. Please don't be shy. Everybody's here to connect. I certainly don't mean to miss anybody in the chat. If I have, please forgive me. As long as you're active in the chat, of course, I'll come around to you. I like to welcome everybody if I can, and then get into our process, how we connect here and how you're going to be able to maximize impact and meet lots of friends and family members. Everybody in the house is willing to connect and actually wants to. So please don't be shy. Reach out to anybody that you'd like to in the chat. The way that we do that here is to leave a single emoji next to somebody's name in the chat. That lets them know that you want to connect with them. And then head to their channel and watch a short video in full of at least 1 minute long so that it registers with the YouTube algorithms. Then leave a meaningful, genuine comment related to the content of that video. It should be at least a couple of full sentences so that it doesn't get held for review or caught in the YouTube spam filters. And then give the creator a thumbs up, because we should always be doing that for each other. And then subscribe to them and come back into the chat here and leave a double emoji next to their name of any kind. That lets them know that you've secured that connection the right way. And then just say something about the video that you watched so that they can find your comment easily and then turn around and do the same thing for your channel. And the best idea here is always to go first. Please don't wait for people to come to you, and you'll find yourself with some new friends and family members in no time. Ben Uten, good to see you back. And Saul P. Motors, wonderful to see you in the house. Thank you very much. I did catch your comment letting me know that there was a robot that had left a comment on one of our videos, and we squashed that. So thank you very much for the help with that. I appreciate everything everybody does to help me with the things that we do with Tuber Chat. I know some of it is simple and trivial, but I really do appreciate it. That's what helps Tuber Chat grow, and I'm very, very grateful. So hopefully everybody's already having a good time connecting. Maybe what I will do today is spin the wheel, and we'll just get a channel up on the screen right away. Hopefully it'll be a few more minutes before I find out if my robots are working properly today. There must have been some kind of a glitch yesterday. But we got through it, so it's okay. So Kristen Welton happens to be a member, but this is also my love. For those of you who don't already know, Kira Welton, her daughter, is also in the chat as a moderator. We all live together in Niagara Falls, Canada. Kristen has her own channel. She's very much doing her own thing. She's doing a better job than I am right now of actually putting out videos consistently. She's doing about 2 a week, sometimes more. The Wickhams, thanks for coming in. And here's the one of the 2 videos I was talking about with Mishana, who's in the chat right now. They did a 2-part series together on the 40-question challenge. So I hope everybody will connect with Kristen if you haven't already, and check out that video. And then hopefully you'll hook up with Mishana as well, so that you can see both parts of that. I should remind everybody, if you don't mind, as much as I appreciate everything everybody does, I will remind you, if you can, please then share the stream out, whether it's on your community tab, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Pinterest, Reddit, or any of that other stuff. And of course, I will appreciate it. It helps push Tuber Chat a little bit further into the algorithm so that we can get found easier, reach more creators, and maximize our impact. Collaborating, so that's good. See, Mishana says, yeah, it was fun, ready to do it again. Collaborating a fantastic way that you can really get your channel moving. For those of you who don't already know, I'm a professional channel manager. This is how I got my start on YouTube several years ago. I have a handful of channels under my belt. I consult for a few more. There's millions of views, thousands of subscribers, and all that good stuff. But one of the things that is a really magical tool that anybody can use for their channel is to collaborate with other creators, because what you're doing is exposing yourself to their audience and doing the same thing for them. It always feels good to help other people, but you'll also get a great benefit from that. This is why people like Lady Gaga and Elton John might sing together, and then people, you know, kind of love it and go crazy, because now not every Lady Gaga fan would have been an Elton John fan, but there's a lot more now. And the same goes for Elton John and Lady Gaga. The same happens for you and anybody that you collaborate with on your channel. The best part is when we make videos and we produce content for our channels, the stuff that stays up, if you don't unlist it or take it down afterwards, it all lives forever. And you can get more and more and more traction off that. That's one of the things that's magical about YouTube, is every bit of work we do today helps the work from yesterday and the work that we're going to do tomorrow. Zelda Master John, thanks for coming in. Lord Geo, good to see you back. Thank you very much. Yes, we stream every Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, but the times change so that we can meet different creators from around the world in different time zones. And hopefully everybody's having a good time connecting. Might be a little early for me to check on my robots over here. I've got Bottissimo on the case, and it looks like it's working. What that does is it's just like Nightbot, Streamlabs, or Stream Elements, and it's got a loyalty system. And what that does is it keeps track of how interactive the chat is, how much everybody is, how much time you're spending, and how many messages as well. So it knows how interactive or how active everybody is in the chat, rather. And then it keeps a little chart to let me know, and that's how I decide to put channels on the wheel. The only exceptions are when we have super chats and members, where I will let them skip the line and get onto the wheel or onto the screen instantly. But we're not going to change the way we do our live streams. Social Couplepreneur, good to see you back, and amazing. Good to have you in here. This is your first time with Tuber Chat, but hopefully you feel welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators in the house. Everybody's willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat at all. And the only thing I ask, please take your time, meet people one by one. The object here is always to go first, but you will find yourself with some new friends and family members in no time if you follow the instructions at the bottom of the screen. Froggy went to knitting. Good to see you back in the house. Thank you very much. Hopefully you are meeting some new friends and family members already. I know Eden Rachel's Place is reaching out to you. And then Vegas Girl, it's good to have you back in here as well. Mr. Fulton Mraz, the star has arrived. You actually, I really appreciate it. I know you shared for us earlier, so thank you for that. And I should remind everybody, if you haven't already, please give a thumbs up, because it really does help the stream. I know if you're on a phone, you have to turn the chat off to do it, but it only takes a moment. You don't lose your place, and you'll be right back in action. Us Never Them, thanks for coming in. There's a lot of dynamic creators in the house, lots of new faces, I'm sure, for you. Hopefully you will meet some new friends and family members. Stephanie is everything. Good to see you here. I think this is your first time with Tuber Chat, but hopefully you feel welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators in the house. Everybody's willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat. Take your time, meet people one by one. The best idea is always to go first, and if you follow the instructions at the bottom of the screen, you'll find yourself with some new friends and family members in no time. I'm going to spin the wheel. We'll get another channel up, and then I'll get back into the process. Mr. Fulton Mraz has a new video, so that's cool. And I'm glad everybody's having a good time. So In Rachel's Place is our newest member today. So Rachel, thank you very much again, In Rachel's Place, for doing that. I really appreciate it. What that means is that anytime you're here, I'm going to make sure that you get added to the wheel as soon as I see you. And then for anybody that's a silver member or above, you get automatically added to the wheel at the beginning of the live stream, regardless of whether you're here. But In Rachel's Place has been with Tuber Chat for it feels like several months already. We're on episode number 67 today. I think I'm right. Yes. And we stream 4 times a week, so you can imagine how long we've already been running. And it feels like just yesterday we started, but In Rachel's Place has been with us. She's a previously featured channel from Tuber Chat as well. She does the featured channels collaboration here that I talk about all the time. And then she is willing to swap playlists with people as well. With 982 subscribers, I think we can push In Rachel's Place very, very close, maybe even over the edge today. So Rachel, if you're willing to really, really hustle, my guess is that there's going to be 20 channels that come through the chat today that you don't already have. We have an average of over 90, sometimes even 100 different channels come through Tuber Chat in a 2 to 3 hour period. So thank you very much again, In Rachel's Place, for becoming a member. I really do appreciate it, and I'm glad that we're having a chance to look at your channel again. So the best way as well, I know I do a lot of talking about swapping playlists. I want to encourage everybody to do that. First of all, if you're willing to swap playlists with people, just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists in the chat, and you will find people reaching out to you to make those arrangements independently. What I wish, though, is that you make those arrangements one by one, because we have to avoid self-promotion. So we don't want to say, I'm willing to swap playlists, come and chase me or follow me. It's best if you just simply say, I'm willing to swap playlists, and then other creators will reach out to you. You can still follow each other on Instagram or Facebook, Twitter. Of course, everybody's free to do whatever they want, but I would love it if everybody would just make those arrangements one by one, and that would be fantastic. As well, now that we have a few members in the house, they're able to use the custom emojis that make it even easier because I've designed the icons to match the Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Reddit, and Pinterest, as well as TikTok, if you wanted to do that, so it is a little more obvious to everybody where you'd like to be connected to. So hopefully everybody's having a good time connecting, meeting new friends and family members already. Kristen's willing to swap playlists, of course. Michael's Adventures is willing to swap playlists. Kristen and Kira and I do it all the time for many different creators. So by all means, if anybody wants to reach out to each other, just simply, again, say, I am willing to swap playlists, and other people will reach out to you for the purpose of doing that. Mr. and Mrs. Anibalo are willing to do that as well. Like I said, Michael's Adventures, I know, is willing to do it, in Rachel's Place, and Just Living Life. We have lots and lots of channels in the chat. Jade and Sue's willing to swap. Many channels in the chat willing to swap with people. Michael's Adventures is reaching out right now. Jassy Cooking, good to have you back. And Uniquely Lavish, I hope I welcomed you when you came in. $2020 Bexalog, thanks for coming in. For some reason, I think this is not your first time with Tuber Chat. You might have been here before. So if I'm wrong about that, forgive me. Hopefully you feel welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators in the house. Everybody's willing to connect. So please don't be shy. Reach out to anybody that you'd like to. And if you just follow the instructions at the bottom of the screen, you'll find yourself with some new friends and family members in no time. And thank you very much. I appreciate your kind words. As we connect here, maybe what I'll do, and Just Living Life, always hoping that everyone is crushing their goals. I don't put a lot of comments on the screen, but that one's worthy because Just Living Life is always wishing for everybody to be crushing their goals. So let me spin. I'll get another channel up. I'll think about adding some more names to the wheel because my robots seem to be working today. Mr. and Mrs. Anibalo is another member. And so I had them added to the wheel as soon as I saw them. We'll get them up on the screen and see what they got going on for us today. Here we are. They've got a different layout to their front page because they've got some created playlists right here so that you can get to all of their stuff. And then as well, they've got, they're willing to swap playlists. So if you want to swap playlists with people, again, just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists, and other creators will reach out to you and make those arrangements independently. And Just Living Life, I'm just curious because we haven't seen your channel yet. I'm sure we will, but where are you at with subscribers right now? Because you got to be close. Mr. and Mrs. Anibalo has been climbing very quickly, as we've seen. They only found Tuber Chat a few short weeks ago and are just killing it by the look of it. Life Through Our Eyes 303, I hope that you are crushing your goals, as Just Living Life would be wishing for you as well. 970, wow, Just Living Life is going to, like right at the same time as in Rachel's Place. This is one of the things that I talk about all the time. It feels so good when you have friends and you are helping each other reach milestones, you're helping each other get monetized, and then you see it happening and you feel it happening all around you. So that's great, great news. The Essence of Sonia's in the house. Thanks for coming in. And I'm glad everybody's having a good time to connect, good time meeting new friends and family members and connecting. I hope I haven't missed anything in the chat. I certainly don't mean to. I am probably the... I'm not doing a great job ever of keeping up with the chat. So I appreciate everybody's patience. And I did say I was going to think about adding some more names to the wheel. So if you give me just a quick moment, I will do that. It's great because in Tuber Chat, like I try to move the live streams around so that we can meet different people in different time zones every weekend. And you can see that it's working because there's always a lot of familiar faces and there's always a good handful of new people in the house as well. So everybody has an opportunity to meet lots of new friends and family members. Michael's Adventures. I'd love to put you on the wheel. You can let me know. Let Lady C Russell. Good to see you back in the house. And Nature Africa Explorers, thank you for coming back in as well. Quentin Rocket, good to see you back in the house. Thank you for coming in. And Natural Nesha, good to see you as well. Thank you for coming in. I'd like to get just a couple more channels on here. We've got a newer channel. Oh, let's see if you're still here. Maybe not, eh? Okay, I'll leave it the way it is, and I'll flip the wheel. The way that the wheel works, for those of you who are a little bit newer, it takes a little while to get on the wheel. Sometimes as long as an hour, usually more like half an hour, something like that. I have a robot that assists me. What it allows me to do is have a look at how interactive everybody has been in the chat. I keep saying interactive, but I mean just how active everybody's been in the chat, meeting new friends and family members and stuff like that. And what that allows me to do is go in order and put people on the wheel. The wheel's completely random, of course, when I spin it, but when your name comes up, as long as you're still here, we put your channel up and we look at your page for a few minutes if that's what you would like, as we've been doing with some of these channels already. Quentin Rocket, you got 30 peeps today. Is that what you mean to say? I'm just going to remind everybody, if you don't mind, just please spell your numbers whenever, if you can remember. It's not that big of a deal, but it's best if we always do that, because when you're in other growth streams similar to Tuber Chat, numbers can be considered spam, and I don't want moderators and stuff jumping all over you everywhere. It's happened to me. Everybody forgets. I do too. But where possible, just please spell any numbers out. And we'll limit our emojis to 2 or less if everybody doesn't mind. And it looks like everybody's having a good time connecting. Yeah, Quentin Rocket, thank you. It's like I said, every host on every live stream has their own rules, but in growth streams similar to this, it's very much common practice to always spell numbers and limit emojis sometimes to 2 or 3 or something like that. That's why you see most people here only using 2 emojis at a time, 1 or 2, mostly. Salt P Motors, hopefully everybody's doing well. Hopefully you are too. And Mr. and Mrs. Anabalo, thanks for reminding everybody, yes, please, if you haven't already, every thumbs up, every interaction helps push Tuber Chat a little bit farther into the algorithm so that we can meet more creators, get found easier, and maximize our impact. Oak Style, good to see you back. Thank you very much. And Our Destinations, good to see you in here. I think this is your first time with Tuber Chat, but you already know how to connect. So hopefully you'll meet some new friends and family members. Just please take your time, meet people one by one. And if you follow the instructions at the bottom of the screen, you'll find yourself with some new friends and family members in no time. The best idea here is always to go first. At Tuber Chat, we believe wholeheartedly in giving much more than we expect to receive. Therefore, we insist that everybody makes the first move. Some people will make the first move to you as well, but your object here is to make the first move, visit other people, do everything you need for them, and then they will turn around and do the same thing for you. Ian Adorio Kalaling, I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Ian Adorio Kalaling. Hopefully you're feeling welcome. We've got a lot of dynamic creators in the house. Everybody's willing to connect, so please don't be shy. Oak Style, I hope I welcomed you when you came in. You're free to meet any creators you want to in the chat. Just please take your time, meet people one by one, follow the instructions at the bottom of the screen, and I will describe the process. What we do here to connect with people correctly is leave a single emoji next to somebody's name in the chat. That lets them know that you want to connect with them. Then head to their channel, watch a short video in full of at least 1 minute long so that it registers with the YouTube algorithms. Leave a meaningful, genuine comment related to the content of that video. It should be at least a couple of full sentences so that it doesn't get held for review or caught in the YouTube spam filters. And then give the creator a thumbs up, because we should always be doing that for each other. And then subscribe to them and come back into the chat here and leave a double emoji next to their name to let them know that you've secured that connection the right way. And then say something about the video that you watch so that they can find your comment easily and turn around and do the same thing for your channel. Assist me craft stuff with Rome's. I think we've seen you before. So thank you for coming in. I'm almost certain that you've been in Tuber Chat before. Forgive me if I'm wrong about that, but hopefully you feel welcome. There's a lot of dynamic creators in the house, several new faces to Tuber Chat, and we're very grateful for that. So hopefully everybody's maximizing their impact and meeting lots of new friends and family members. I hope I haven't missed anything in the chat. I tend to skip over very quickly. Commander Mustache, thank you for coming in. I wonder if we've seen you before. And Diaries Unlocked, good to see you here. I think you've been in Tuber Chat before. For those of you who are a little bit newer, hopefully you're maximizing your impact here and feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators in the house. Everybody's willing to connect, so please don't be shy. Reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and take your time, meet people one by one. And if you follow the instructions at the bottom of the screen, you will find yourself with some new friends and family members in no time. Okay, Commander Mustache, no problem. Thank you for coming in, especially for your first time. Hopefully you'll meet lots of new friends and family members. We have lots of dynamic creators in the chat. Sunflower Angel, good to have you back. Thanks for coming in. This is Jaden Sue. This is the first channel and only channel to have been featured twice on Tuber Chat, because Jaden Sue is an unbelievably loyal and dedicated supporter, but as well is a very generous creator. So Commander Mustache, and for anybody who's a little bit newer, basically we're here to connect with other creators. It is not a sub for sub network. However, everybody is expecting to subscribe to your channel, and they are also expecting you to subscribe to their channel as well. The best idea, though, is to always go first. It's your object to make the first move. The way that we do that here is to leave a single emoji next to somebody's name in the chat to let them know that you want to connect with them. Then head to their channel and watch a short video in full of at least 1 minute long so that it registers with the YouTube algorithms. Leave a meaningful, genuine comment related to the content of that video. It should be at least a couple of full sentences so that it doesn't get held for review or caught in the YouTube spam filters. Then give the creator a thumbs up, because we should always be doing that for each other. And then subscribe to them and come back into the chat here and leave a double emoji of any kind next to their name. That lets them know that you've secured that connection the right way, and say something about the video that you watched so that they can find your comment easily and then turn around and do the same thing for your channel. It's that simple. If you take your time, meet people one by one, you'll find yourself with as many friends and family members as you'd like in no time at all. Metrosonic, good to have you back. Social Couplepreneur, thanks for coming in. You will see a lot of, for those of you who are a little bit newer, because it's not a sub for sub network, and actually that kind of activity is forbidden by the YouTube community guidelines, we say a lot of silly other things here, like I want to dance with you, or bake you cookies, or visit your house, or leave a package for you. It all means the same thing. It means I've been to your channel, I've watched a video, I've given you a comment, I've given you a thumbs up, and I've subscribed to you, and now I want you to go and do the same thing for me. That's what everybody here, and everybody's free to meet as many people as they'd like to, but that is what all the silly things that we say are. It basically means I've subscribed to you and I'm waiting for you to subscribe to me as well. Quentin Rocket, no problem. And then MAH Videos, I'm always good. Thanks very much. Salerson, good to see you back. Thanks for coming in. Hopefully you're going to meet some new friends and family members. If I remember right, I think you came in just a little bit late yesterday. Not that you're late, but that we were just getting close to wrapping up our live stream for the day. But hopefully today, now that you're here extremely early, you will be able to maximize your impact. We're probably going to be on for at least another 2 hours. Oh, Lord, I don't think so. It has to do with interactivity. So it's not, as long as you're going to be here for a little while, you'll likely end up on the wheel anyway. But if you're going to be here for a long time and I don't put you on the wheel, you can just remind me and we'll see how long it's been. And I'm sure I'll be happy to put you on anyway. It's an arbitrary thing. It's not, it's the timer doesn't really matter. You know, it's not like it's a really, really big deal. I love featuring channels. I know everybody likes it. And it gives me something to talk about for 2 hours while we connect. The other thing that I really enjoy, part of me, about featuring channels on the screen like this is that as time goes on, get to know the channel and actually get to know the creator behind the channel a little bit better. So every time your channel's on the screen, hopefully I do a little bit of a better job describing what you're all about and what your intentions are and what you're doing, so people know who they're connecting to and will probably be more inclined to connect. As I tell everybody who's a little bit newer to Tuber Chat, you will understand from the stories that I tell about the channels that come through the chat and the channels that I put on the screen, the kind of community that we have here. So I have a robot here, Commander Mustache, which is Botissimo. It's just like Streamlabs, Stream Elements, or Nightbot, but it has a loyalty system, and what it does is keeps a chart of how active everybody's been in the chat. It's not just about how long you've been here, but about how active you are. So meeting new friends and family members and stuff like that. It keeps a list, and then that's how I determine who gets on the wheel. It usually takes somewhere between half an hour and maybe a little bit longer. We give a tiny bit of preferential treatment to people who super chat or are members. We let them skip the line and either get on the wheel or get on the screen right away. But other than that, it's all free. Everybody's got an equal chance of getting on the wheel. And then I just talk about your channel for a quick minute. So as long as you're meeting new friends and family members, working on your channel and growing your community, then that's really all it takes. Okay, thanks, Lord Geo. Thank you very much. Saul P. Motors, see you again soon. Thank you for the time that you've spent. Hopefully you'll be back soon. Cozy Relaxation, thanks for coming in. And thanks very much, the Cruz family. So I'm just going to remove that message, though, if you don't mind, because we don't do any, we don't want to encourage people to like come to us and then we'll get them back. That's not the way that we connect. What we do is we make the first move. So it's your object to go to somebody else's channel, watch their video, give them a comment, them a like, subscribe to them, and then come back here and let them know that you've done that. And then they will come back and do the same thing for you. We go one by one. Saul P. Motors, you're confusing me. You said bye, and now you're saying hey. I wondered what was happening. I forgot to take Jaden off the wheel. Sometimes I do that too. And hopefully everybody's having a good time connecting, meeting new friends and family members. Sometimes we get into tutorials as well. We talk about different things that people can do to improve their channels. I am a professional channel manager for other people. I consult with quite a few. And then as well, I learn from creators of all sizes every single day. And what I wish here at Tuber Chat that we do most often is share our knowledge together And then what we can do is give each other tips and tricks and talk about the things that are glitching on YouTube or the things we learn that help. And then we can add it to what we already know and what we're going to continue to learn so that everybody can do a little bit better as time goes on. Metrosonic is working on videos, which is great. And it looks like everybody's having a good time connecting, meeting new friends and family members. Oh, that's what I meant. So this is Just Living Life. Very, very close. I think you just said you had 970. So hopefully that means you're meeting people right now and getting a little bit closer. I hope in Rachel's place is going to actually make the mark while we're here. In Rachel's place, if you get to like, 998 or 997 or something like that, I'd love it if you just let me know if you're still here when that happens, hopefully. My BS Life, thanks for coming in. Just Living Life has been with Tuber Chat for quite some time now, is a previously featured channel from Tuber Chat as well. She's doing the featured channels collaboration that I love talking about all the time and is willing to swap playlists. So if anybody in the chat is willing to swap playlists for the purpose of gaining watch hours, you can simply say, I am willing to swap, and other creators will reach out to you one by one, and you're free to make those arrangements independently, of course. Our moderators do it, and many other channels, including Just Living Life. I think all of our members do it too, as a matter of fact. And then one of the things I love talking about the most is the featured channels collaboration, because this is something that anybody can do with their channel. The Essence of Sonia is willing to swap playlists. There you go. Healthy Lifestyle and Steph, good to see you in. Brandon Jackson, the best ideas always are just to try. Whatever your gut tells you, whatever your instinct tells you is always the best idea. You can always try things, and whenever you find something that works, you do more of that. And if you find something you're not happy with, you can always not use it or wipe it out after if you want to. Oh, in Rachel's piece, once in a while we have a little bit of trouble finding it. Commander Mustache, I just noticed you're reaching out to her because it's Rachael. Rachel spells her name just a little bit differently from what we might be used to. 2020 Bexalog, I'm just going to take those messages out. We don't do any self-promotion, so I'm just going to clear those messages. Cozy Relaxation, while you might be right, I'm never going to encourage anybody to clear their watch history and then swap playlists with the same people again. The best rule of thumb is to know that it takes well over 30 days, usually, for the history to clear itself. And the very best idea is to meet as many different creators as possible to swap playlists with. So while some people will swap with people multiple times, I always want to encourage everybody to meet many, many more creators, because when you swap playlists, you're trading favors with people, and all of a sudden a friendship can start and hopefully flourish. It's no problem, 2020 Bexalog. Hopefully you're meeting new friends and family members. And then oh, and Commander Mustache, forgive me, we don't use any of the S words. So subscribe, any of that stuff. That's why we all say these other silly things like danced with you or visited your house. If you want to, you can just say I visited your house and left you footprints or something like that. That's what I happen to say. It's not that it's right or wrong, but we can't say subbed or subscribed or anything like that. It's considered spam, and it's against YouTube's guidelines to do sub for sub. So Cozy Relaxation, that I don't have a solid answer, but anything, if we're swapping playlists with other creators, that's a great way to speed up your watch hours. But once you want to speed it up faster than that, in my opinion, it's too much. And I would always want to err on the side of safety. As an example, my personal channel got monetized just a couple of months ago, and TuberChat just got monetized this month. So all of the things that I described to everybody to do, I've done and been monetized. So that's what I wish for everybody is to, you have to make the right decisions for your own channel. But if you follow those couple of things, you'll get there a little bit faster. Family travel and excursions. Good to see you back. And then and healthy lifestyle with Steph. Sorry, healthy lifestyle and Steph. I'm going to ask you just to please, if you want to swap playlists with people, then just say I am willing to swap playlists, and other creators will reach out to you, and you can make those arrangements one by one. But I just don't want anybody to self-promote too hard and try to get everybody just to follow them on Facebook or Instagram. I'm understanding that you want to swap playlists. We all do, but we have to avoid self-promotion. Cozy relaxation. I think you have to make the right decisions for yourself, of course. But I think if people are going to get impatient and upset because you won't run their playlist twice, I wouldn't bet on them being long-term successful YouTubers because their ideas are in the wrong place. Running playlists is something we can do to help, but it certainly is not the key to monetization. If all we're doing is running each other's playlists and nobody cares to watch your videos or comment or active content, then when you get monetized, I don't know how much money you can end up making. And that's not what I wish for everybody. I wish for everybody to get what they want out of YouTube as fast as they can, but to really do it with a solid and strong foundation. Yes, Brandon Jackson, what most of us are doing and what I recommend for everybody is to make a playlist of all your videos, not including live streams, if you do live streams, and then call it All of Brandon Jackson or Binge Watch Brandon Jackson or something like that. And then when you're making these arrangements with people, that's the playlist you get them to run, and then they will give you whatever playlist it is that they want run for themselves. My BS Life is willing to swap playlists. Kristen Welton will do it with you if you want. And hopefully everybody's having a good time connecting. If anybody else has questions about the playlist, if there's anything I'm forgetting to describe, just please ask me if there's something you'd like me to clarify, and I'll be happy to go over it. Natural Nesha, no problem. It's my pleasure. I love this stuff. I talk about this stuff all day. Even, we're here on TuberChat for a couple hours a day, but then after that, it doesn't stop for me. I'm on this stuff, 24 hours a day, it feels like. But I'm hoping that everybody can flourish and thrive. And the reason why I care so much about that is because this is how I benefit as well. When you become as successful as you'd like, and let's just imagine that a lot of channels that are coming through TuberChat eventually have 10,000 subscribers. There will be other younger creators coming through that will be asking you how you did it. And what I hope is that you'll turn back and say that TuberChat is something that they need to follow, and then that will continue to grow as well. Yeah, Brandon Jackson, it's always good to take your time and make a description for a playlist that is meaningful, but it's probably fine to start by using the same description you have on your About page, and then, dress it up when you have time afterwards, especially if you're going to, depending on whether you're going to keep that playlist around afterwards. Because once you're monetized, my recommendation always, if you've been swapping playlists, is to keep it going for a while. Don't just wait for your 4,000 hours, but get up to 5,000, and then you can lay off if you want to. But you may decide that you don't need that playlist anymore. I'm keeping mine, and I recommend everybody to keep a playlist, because if somebody comes along and really likes your content that much, why not give them a way to binge watch it the way that they would watch a Netflix TV show or something like that? But you have to make the right decisions for you, and you can make as many playlists as you want. Life Through Our Eyes 303 is having a good time connecting too. Okay, thank you very much, Mishana. It's always a pleasure to have you in here, and I appreciate every moment that you spend. So thank you for that. Let's spin the wheel. We'll put another channel up. We'll give Mishana a minute no matter what anyway, because she's always here with us. Here, it's coming up right now. And catch her just as she's heading out. JD and Glory, sorry, I don't know if I welcomed you when you came in, but it's good to see you back, so thank you very much. This is Mishana, and this is what I was talking about. She's got this video that her and Kristen did together, a 40-question challenge. They did it in 2 parts, so you can check out both of those. And then Lord Geo, glad you're back and glad you're happy to be here. And then Black Neuro Diaries, I'm always good, living the dream. So hopefully you are too, and hopefully you're doing well. Yeah, it's funny because yesterday PA and Life Through Our Eyes, I forget who mentioned it. I forget if it was PA or who it was that mentioned about a peach crisp. Or Kristen came up with the idea maybe she'd do it when I was talking about all these peaches that she's been buying lately. And literally today, right before we started Tuber Chat, the thing just came out of the oven. It's exciting stuff. But Kristen knows what she's doing. Like, I can cook to save my life, but I'm not great. But Kristen understands food and she could be doing a cooking channel if she wanted to, but she makes all kinds of fantastic stuff all the time. I'm very lucky. That's Michelle. I got to think about adding some more names to the wheel. Did we look at Ben Uten's channel? Or no? Oh. A house tour. Jaden, we could, I suppose. Brandon Jackson. So that particular playlist, I think, would be best named All of Brandon Jackson or Binge Watch Brandon Jackson, because you're using that playlist for this purpose. But you can make as many playlists as you want. As far as I understand, you can make hundreds. So you can make other playlists that are much more searchable and clickable for people to organically find your content, all the different things that you do on your channel, and you can organize. Playlists are a great way to get that done. But for the purpose of swapping playlists, it really doesn't matter what you call it, but the goal is not for it to get found by people who don't know what we're talking about. It's only for within this type of community where you're sending it out one by one to people to watch. So that's really up to you. A Tuber Chat got hot Cheetos and Netflix with The Walking Dead. Good stuff. I want to see what's in the kitchen. You know what was funny? I don't know how many of you remember the TV show Cribs that was on MTV or wherever it was. And the funny thing is, I don't think they knew when they started that show that the most popular question was going to be, we want to see what's in the fridge. Always. And it's funny, for all the, some of these celebrities have these multi-million-dollar homes and beautiful cars and things like that. And everybody just wants to know what's in the fridge. Diggy Kid Kivo. Good to see you in here, an upcoming recording artist. That's great. I used to be a DJ, not for a long time now, but I used to work in radio and this and that. So at least we have a little bit in common with the music industry being of interest. But hopefully you feel welcome here. We have a lot of dynamic creators in the house, and everybody's willing to connect. So please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat. Just please take your time, meet people one by one, follow the instructions at the bottom of the screen, and you will find yourself with some new friends and family members in no time. The way that we connect here is to leave a single emoji next to somebody's name. That lets them know that you want to connect with them. Then head to their channel and watch a short video in full of at least a minute long so that it registers with the YouTube algorithms. Leave a meaningful, genuine comment related to the content of that video. And it should be at least a couple of full sentences so that it doesn't get held for review or caught in the YouTube spam filters. And then give the creator a thumbs up, because we should always be doing that for each other. And then come back into the chat here and leave a double emoji next to their name after you've subscribed to them. And then that lets them know you've subscribed and secured it the right way. And then you can say something about the video that you watched so that they can find your comment easily. And then they will turn around and do the same thing for your channel. It's not a sub for sub network, but everybody here is expecting to subscribe to your channel, and they're expecting you to subscribe to their channel in return. We're very much focused on loyal and dedicated support. We don't use the word subscribe or sub or any of that stuff, because sub for sub behavior is against YouTube's community guidelines. So we say a lot of other fun things like we are going to bake cookies for each other, or visit each other's house, or leave each other's packages, or things like that. It all means the same thing. It means I've been to your channel, I've watched your video, I've given you a comment, given you a thumbs up, I've subscribed to you, and now I'm waiting for you to do the same thing to me. The best idea here is always to go first. Please don't wait for anybody to come to you, and you'll find yourself with some new friends and family members in no time. So I did promise I was going to add some more names to the wheel. I was looking at Ben Uten. I don't think we looked at his channel yet today. Saul P. Motors, are you still here? Yes, absolutely, Lord Geo. If you have a question, I will do my best to answer. I'll put a few names on the wheel, and as always, if they're still here when the wheel spins and their name comes up, then they'll be put onto the screen, and if not, I'll move on quickly. I got to find Carishia's channel again to get that full name up there. Oh, Rachel Aldridge, good to see you here. So, yeah, the way that the wheel works, I have a robot here called Bottissimo, and it keeps track of how active everybody is in the chat, and then it tells me when to put people on the screen. I do it in some kind of an order, and then the wheel is random, of course, when I spin it, but we look at your channel for a couple of minutes if you would like to when your name comes up, as long as you're still here. Let's get Lord Geo up there too. Let's get Brandon Jackson up there. I'll spin. We'll get another channel up. That's okay, Jaden. I appreciate every moment that you can spend with Tuber Chat, and especially all you've done to help. And you're an unbelievably dedicated supporter, and I really appreciate that. So whatever time you can spend is great. The most important thing is we want to make sure that you do what you need to with school so you can learn what you need to and prosper in that way. So here's Social Couplepreneur. Am I buffering or something? Might be. I got to be patient with the internet once in a while. When you're live streaming, you're really putting a bit of strain on your internet connection. Not to mention, you might have a handful of windows open like I usually do. So there's Social Couplepreneur, almost 600 subscribers. There you are. Kanisha Dupree Hamlet. I just want to make sure I get your whole. Sorry, I said Kanisha. Carisha. No, sorry. Carisha. I'm so sorry. I wish to pronounce it properly, so I'm trying to make sure that I get it here. Forgive me. And thank you, the essence of Sonia. Yeah, it should be okay. And then you have your playlist, right? No, we don't put any links in the chat, Brandon. That's so basically the way that you want to connect with people for swapping playlists is just say in the chat, I am willing to swap playlists. Everybody just says the same thing. I am willing to swap playlists. Other creators will reach out to you one by one. They'll start messaging you and saying, hey, Brandon, do you want to swap? And then you can say yes and no to whoever you'd like. And make those arrangements independently. We always do everything one by one here. Well, and cozy relaxation, yeah, we don't. Nobody can put a link anyway, so it's okay. Nobody can drop links anyway. That's why meeting people here, Brandon, is the most important. What I wish for you is to grow as many subscribers as you can for your channel. And then organically, you're going to make lots of friends. You're going to have a lot of supporters. You're going to have a lot of people coming to watch your content, giving you comments, likes, and things like that. Not just today or in the coming days, but hopefully weeks, months, and eventually maybe years to support you and really give you all the things you need as a growing YouTuber so that you can really prosper on YouTube. All of us can thrive together. Lord Geo, did I miss your question? You were going to ask me something. And hopefully for those of you who want to swap playlists, you oh, there's Mr. Joshi. I didn't see you come in. Mr. Joshi, by the way, tonight I'll see if you're around when I do my drive. I always have a long drive on Monday night. I'll see if you're around. Maybe we can talk for a second. Just see if you want to hammer down the plans for next week. Mr. Joshi in the chat is going to be visiting Niagara Falls next weekend, and the plan is that we're going to go on the zip lines, which are not brand new, but they're relatively new, and it should be exciting. And then Beautiful Fetching Rose is willing to swap playlists as well. Of course. Looks like you're still here. Oh, I answered your question. Okay. Thank you, Lord Geo. Now we're having a look at your channel. So this is your first time on the screen. Check, check, check. Hopefully the audio's still working. We lost it for a second there, but we're back. Just a little internet hiccup, but we're okay. So hopefully everybody's still meeting new friends and family members and having a good time doing that. And I'm not sure how much of my speech you missed there, but I will keep that video that I just put from Lord Geo in my watch later list. And sometime in the next few days, I'll go through my watch later list. I'll watch that video in full, and I will give you a comment, give you a like, I'll subscribe, and we'll be connected. And so let me spin another time. We'll get another channel up. Here's Uniquely Lavish, another channel that's been back again and again with Tuber Chat. Free to Know the Truth, good to have you back. Thank you for coming in. Let's get your bell on. Uniquely Lavish has been back with Tuber Chat again and again, working on growing their channel, meeting new friends and family members. So hopefully you're meeting a lot today, and you've got a lot of dynamic content for people to connect with you. Your very latest video is a perfect video for connecting, because just over 2 minutes is an ideal amount of time for somebody to be connecting. Jean and Sue, is that a bagel? Is that what that? Let me look at it again. Oh, my thing doesn't want to come up to show me what that is. Is that a bagel with cream cheese or something? Okay, thanks, Lord Geo. Thank you very much for hanging out, and hopefully you'll catch us again next weekend. We move the live streams around so that we can meet different creators at different times in different time zones. But it'll be great to have you back. Jay's Off-Brand TV, thanks for coming in, ready to party. And there's a lot of people here ready to party with you. So hopefully you'll meet some new friends and family members right away. I'm just having a look at your playlist, Uniquely Lavish. Yeah, you got a few different things. Playlists are a great way to organize your content so that people can binge watch if they want to. I'm just addressing something here. If there's ever anything anybody feels that I need to address in the chat regarding creators hopefully connecting the right way, or unfortunately possibly not, then just please, if you don't want to say anything in the chat, you can message me on Instagram at TuberChat. It's all one word. And then I try to be attentive of it, and then I can get around to having a look at what's up and hopefully being able to fix whatever is up. Mercy Jack, thanks for coming in. Hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators in the house. I think this is your first time with Tuber Chat, but you'll be able to meet as many new friends and family members for your channel as you'd like to over the course of the next long while. If you would like to just take your time, meet people one by one, follow the instructions at the bottom of the screen, and everybody's willing to connect, so please don't be shy. The best idea here is always to go first. And then thank you, PA, for reminding everybody, yes, please thumbs up if you haven't already. It really does help the stream. And if you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to do it for a second, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment, and it really does help. So I'll appreciate it. Let's spin the wheel. We'll get another channel up on the screen, and then I'll describe our process for connecting again. Here's Brandon Jackson. And since that's a very popular name, it might take us just a quick second to find that channel. But if we use our channel filter on the search results, it should come up right away. There's Brandon Jackson. This is a new connection for Tuber Chat. Let me get your bell on. And they are doing the featured channels collaboration, which I love talking about. Basically, what happens when you feature channels on your front page like this, you're saying to your audience and to the YouTube algorithm that these channels are worthy of being featured by you. And then when some of those channels hopefully feature you in return, they are saying to their audience and the YouTube algorithms that you are worthy of being featured by them. And you can imagine the impact that that has both on your audiences as well as the YouTube algorithm. So it's something that I recommend. It must be done on a computer right now. It's not easy to do with a phone or a tablet, but it's something that anybody can do with their channel, and I absolutely recommend it. If anybody in the chat has featured Tuber Chat on their front page or my personal channel, and I don't know about it, please make sure that I do so I can return the favor, because I absolutely do that with both channels. Shamba Washamba, I thought we saw you before. If you're new here, then that's great. Hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators in the house. Everybody's willing to connect, so you can meet lots of new friends and family members if you'd like to. I feel like I recognize your channel, but maybe we connected outside, and I'm glad that you've come to Tuber Chat for the first time. So the way that we connect here is to if you want to meet anybody in the chat at all, you take your time, meet people one by one. The object is always for you to go first, and then they will return to you. The way that we do that is to leave a single emoji but next to somebody's name in the chat to let them know that you want to connect with them, and then head to their channel and watch a short video in full of at least 1 minute long so that it registers with the YouTube algorithms. Then give them a meaningful, genuine comment related to the content of that video, of hopefully a couple of full sentences long so that it doesn't get caught by the YouTube spam filters or held for review, and then give the creator a thumbs up, because we should always be doing that for each other, and then subscribe to them and come back into the chat here and leave a double emoji next to their name. That lets them know that you've secured that connection the right way, and then say something about the video that you watched so that they can turn around and find your comment easily and then do the same thing for your channel. Crackers, is it crackers and a bagel? Is that a bagel, Janan? I bet you it is. Brandon Jackson Vlogs. There you go. Okay, that might make it a little bit easier. Mr. Fulton Mraz, the star is back. Family with a Purpose 2, thanks for coming in. It is a bagel. So Shamba Washamba, hopefully you'll meet some new friends and family members right away. And then I should think about adding a couple more names to the wheel. Maybe I'll spin. We'll get another channel up, and then I'll do that. Ace Flaw 1, always good to see you. Hopefully you're meeting some new friends and family members. It is a bagel, yep. Good stuff, Jaden. Ben Uten. I don't know if you're still here. I'll put the channel up anyway, and then if Ben Uten is not still here, we'll move on quickly. But they might be. 100 subscribers. Good work, Ben Newton. That's good news. I'm glad that you are meeting new friends and family members. I'm going to make sure your bell is on here, And then hopefully everybody who hasn't already connected with Ben Newton will. They recently found Tuber Chat just within the last couple of weeks and are aggressively working on their channel. Walk in the Spirit Zone. Good to see you here. Forgive me for not being sure, but I think this might be your first time with Tuber Chat. Hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators in the house. Everybody's willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat. Just take your time, meet people one by one, and you will find yourself with some new friends and family members in no time if you just follow the instructions at the bottom of the screen. The object here is always to go first. You visit a creator, watch their video, give them a comment, a like, subscribe to them, and then come back here and let them know that you've done that. And then they will turn around and do the same thing for your channel. I'm going to get you to pardon me just for 1 second. I'll be right back. And we're back. Hopefully everybody's having a good time connecting. So the way that we connect here, it's not a sub for sub network. So we don't use the word subscribe or subscribers or I've subscribed to you or any of that stuff. I may say it, but we don't do it in the chat. And the reason why is because Google lays out in their community guidelines that sub for sub is absolutely against their guidelines. So we say a lot of other fun things like we're going to dance together or bake cookies together or leave packages or visit each other's houses and stuff like that. It all means the same thing. It means I've been to your channel, I've watched your video, I've given you a comment and hopefully a like, and then I have subscribed to you, and now I would like you to do the same thing for me. We always go first here. In Tuber Chat, we have a very wonderful community of loyal and dedicated supporters who believe that it is very much the key to success to give to others much more than you expect to receive. But if you can do that and be okay with it, I promise you, you're going to end up getting more out of YouTube than you wanted in the first place anyway. And everybody here subscribes to that frame of mind, at least in some way. So I'm going to spin the wheel. We'll get one more channel up, and then I'll look at how I can add a few more names. And again, if anybody wants to swap playlists for the purpose... Oh, I didn't take Ben Newton off the wheel. I keep doing that today. If anybody wants to swap playlists, you can simply say, I am willing to swap playlists in the chat, and other creators will reach out to you, and you're free to make those arrangements independently. If anybody wants me to clarify what on earth I'm talking about when I say swapping playlists, I'll be happy to go over it. So I think this is the first time that we've got your channel up on the screen, even though you were here, was it yesterday? It was over the weekend for sure, but it might have been yesterday. So Carisha, I am going to, I don't subscribe or watch videos while I live stream. So what I'm going to do is take one of your latest videos. I usually aim for something around 10 minutes. If I can find something. I feel like I recognize your channel already, though. All your videos are longer. Oh, you got a 3-minute one. I'd like to give you a few minutes of watch time, though. That's why I try to aim for 10 minutes for everybody. Not that 10 minutes really matters, but hey, every minute matters, right? You got a lot of stuff here. Lots and lots of content. And you're posting so frequently, which is great to see. Oh, are you talking about the hat, Brandon? Oh, Ben Newton, I'll describe playlist. Sorry, in 1 second. Yes, Brandon, if you're talking about the hat, I didn't actually look to see if it's available in Canada, but it is a funny thought. And then Benun, we're just talking about swapping playlists. So what swapping playlists means is that you can make an arrangement with another creator in the chat and they will run a playlist of all of your videos. I know you have a short number of videos right now, but as you grow and produce more content, your playlist will grow. And what happens is when your playlist gets up to an hour or 2 hours or 5 hours or 10 or 20, you can imagine by getting a lot of different creators to run that playlist for you, your hours will really start to stack up, because we need 4,000 hours of watch time to get monetized, as well as having 1,000 subscribers. Works out to about 240,000 minutes. And it sounds like a really big number right now, but you see people doing it all the time. I have monetized 5 channels already. So it's not that it's that hard. It just takes time. But what you can do to speed things up is you can make arrangements with other people. They will run a playlist of your videos. You'll run a playlist of theirs. You don't have to sit and watch every single second of every video. It would be nice if you could comment and like as often as you can if you're running it on a device beside you, or if you have to do it when you're out or sleeping or eating or something else, that's fine too. You're only obligated to run it, because the favor that you're doing for each other is just to help pump the hours up that tiny little bit. But if you do it with 100 different creators, and I know 100 even sounds like a big number sometimes, but over a few months, if you do that with one creator every day for 100 days, in 3 months, you're going to find your hours going like through the roof. You might even get the 4,000 that you need. So that's what we're talking about. So you have a very short playlist right now, but there's no reason why you can't start arranging with other creators, because even though swapping playlists is what we're talking about for the purpose of hours, the real benefit comes in that you're trading favors with another creator. That way, a friendship starts, and you'll find yourself getting favored by all the creators you help. They'll be coming back watching your videos more often than they will other people's videos, and you'll be doing the same for them. That's the real benefit. So as well, Carisha, what I was about to say is that what I'm going to do. Oh, thank you, Jaden Sue. So what I'm going to do, I just took one of your videos, added into my watch later list. What that will allow me to do is after the live stream today, in the next few days, I will go through my watch later list and I will watch your video in full. I will leave you a meaningful, genuine comment, and I will give you a thumbs up, of course, and I'll subscribe to you, and that way I'll make sure that the connection sticks. And then hopefully you're subscribed to Tuber Chat now, and you have our notification bell on so you don't miss our further live streams. We're always here Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, but the times change so that we can meet creators from around the world in different time zones. So I have to add names to the wheel now. I've run myself one step away from having an empty wheel. And in Rachel's place, I just want to thank you one more time for becoming a member today. So I'm not going to change the dynamic of how I do the live streams. We're still going to do it the same way we always do. Everybody's going to get a chance to get on the wheel for free. I'm not going to hold back any information. I'm going to share everything that I can, help everybody as much as possible, all for free. The only exceptions are in the idea that when we have memberships or super chats, there'll be a small bit of preferential treatment just to let them skip the line and get either on the wheel or on the screen faster. Roxy's Take, it's great to see you in here, so thank you very much. I've had a great time hanging out with Roxy's Take in a couple of her live streams lately, so I hope everybody will connect with Roxy's Take if you haven't already. Unmasked Lifestyle can get on the wheel. Van Life with Gina, I want to see what you're up to. Our Destinations. Life Through Our Eyes 303. And Meant to Be RVing. Yep, you're still here. My BS Life. I'll spin and we'll get a channel up. Unmasked Lifestyle. So Unmasked Lifestyle is back with us again and again at Tuber Chat ever since finding us just a short while ago. I guess it's actually been quite a few weeks now. And is aggressively growing their channel with 755 subscribers. They are doing quite well. Hopefully we're pushing you a little closer to the 800 that I know must be on your mind. They are doing the featured channels collaboration. And again, I love talking about this because it's something anybody can do with their channel. It's not easy to do with a phone or a tablet right now. You got to do it with a computer, but it's something anybody can do. And if you're willing to, you can collaborate with a lot of creators this way. What happens is when you feature channels on your front page, you're basically saying to your audience and to the YouTube algorithm that these channels are worthy of being featured by you. And then when some of those channels feature you in return, they are saying to their audience in the YouTube algorithm that you are worthy of being featured by them. So you can imagine the impact that that has both on your audiences and on the YouTube algorithm. So I recommend it for everybody all the time for that reason. But Unmasked Lifestyle is doing that. And then Unmasked Lifestyle, are you swapping playlists as well? Forgive me for not knowing or not being sure. But if anybody is willing to swap playlists for the purpose of gaining watch hours, you can simply say, I am willing to swap playlists in the chat, and you will find other creators reaching out to you, and you're free to make those arrangements independently. Unmasked Lifestyle is willing to swap playlists, so that's somebody you can reach out to if you'd like to. And then, of course, all of our members do it. All of our moderators do it. So Kristen and Kira are willing to do it as well. If you want to reach out to Kristen, she's always running multiple playlists for people. We're fortunate to have a couple of different devices that can be used at the same time. Life Through Our Eyes 303 is willing to swap playlists. And then Roxy's Take, forgive me because I know it's been a couple weeks since you've been in. I changed my speech a little bit about the way that we connect, to make sure that we don't say, if anybody wants to connect with me, I'll connect back, because we want to keep it fair for everybody while they're connecting and spending the time in Tuber Chat. So you always have to go first and meet other creators, watch their videos, give them comments, like, subscribe to them, and then come back, let them know that you did that, and then they will turn around and do the same thing. Kid Wonder shared our video, so I don't know if they're in here yet or they're coming in. Nature Africa Explorers. And McCoy Love. Good to see you in here. It looks like you're already knowing what we're doing when we're talking about baking with each other. There's Kid Wonder's Life of Wonder. I saw you share the video, so thank you for that. Oh, Vern's Junk Closet is here. Vern's Junk Closet is going to be our featured channel for Saturday. Forgive me if I didn't see you come in when you did. Hopefully I'm right that you just got here a few minutes ago. But Vern's Junk Closet is another creator now that will have had 2 channels featured on Tuber Chat. Next weekend, we're going to feature Vern's Junk Closet. She's a member, of course. I got to get you on the wheel, too. And we'll have, hopefully everybody has connected with, or will connect with Vern's Junk Closet right now. Those of you who haven't already, Vern is a dear friend to myself, somebody who's helped me greatly in my own personal journey and inspirational in the creation of Tuber Chat, and allows people to connect in their live streams as well, the way that we do here, but is extremely knowledgeable about all things YouTube, especially when it comes to the community that we're talking about here. And same as I like to do here, she shares all of her knowledge for the betterment of everybody in the community. She's a very much loved and well-respected member of the community. There was another channel that came in, and I almost missed you there. The Waste of Time Podcast. That's an interesting name. Thank you for coming in. It's your first time with Tuber Chat, so hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators in the house. Everybody's willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat. The only thing I ask is that you take your time, meet people one by one. The object is always to go first. People will connect with you when you have connected with them. And if you follow the instructions at the bottom of the screen, you'll find yourself with some new friends and family members in no time, if that's what you would like. Guys, Life in Toronto is in the house. I didn't see you slip in here, but I see people talking to you. So I'm glad that you're here, and forgive me for not catching you as you walked in. We got just a little bit busy all at once there. So thank you, everybody, for all you've done as far as sharing and the thumbs up. We all have to be reminded, if you're on a phone, you have to turn the chat off for a quick second to do it, but it only takes a moment. You don't lose your place, and it certainly does help the stream, so I'll appreciate it, of course. And so we're going to look at meant to be RVing. And we're going to find out right now. I can't remember if we've seen your channel on the screen before. McCoy Fam Channel, thanks for coming in. And hopefully I haven't forgotten to welcome anybody in the chat as long as you're still active. Of course, I'm going to get around to everybody. So meant to be RVing. Since you're a new connection for Tuber Chat, I do not subscribe or watch videos while I live stream. But what I'm going to do is take one of your latest videos. If I can find something around 10 minutes, it might not be that recent by the look of it. You're doing a lot of streaming, which is great. I wonder if I can find something. I'd like to give you a few minutes of watch time. Whether you need it or not, I don't know, because you're doing so much. I'll take your full. I'll take your first video, add it into my watch later list. What that will allow me to do is, after the live stream today, in the next few days, I will go through my watch later list, and I will watch your video in full. I'll leave you a meaningful, genuine comment related to the content of your first video, and I'll give you a thumbs up. And I will subscribe to you, of course, and in that way I will make sure that the subscription sticks, and then hopefully you're subscribed to Tuber Chat as well, and you have our notification bell on so you don't miss our further live streams. We're always here Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, but the times change so that we can meet different creators from around the world in different time zones. I'm going to add one more name to our wheel. Kira Welton is a moderator. I always make the moderators wait. I'm going to spin the wheel. We'll get another channel up. And hopefully everybody's having a good time connecting and meeting new friends and family members. So there's Vern's Junk Closet. And I was just talking about her. We recently featured her other channel, the VMAX Show. But you can see with 4,000 subscribers, this is a creator that there's a lot to be learned from. So I know a lot of people in the chat are already familiar with Vern's Junk Closet. However, I hope that everybody who hasn't already connected with her will do so. Am I logged into the wrong account? Is that why my thing's not popping up here? Yeah, see, Kevin K is my master account, and then I'm a manager of Tuber Chat, or an owner if you want to put it that way, the way they word it. But when I'm logged in like this, it doesn't show the membership. But when I log into the proper account, you will see that Tuber Chat is a member of Vern's Junk Closet, as now Vern's Junk Closet has become a member to Tuber Chat. Why isn't it showing it? Oh, it switched the wrong account again. Making me nervous. Now we might have it. I think I'm pushing the limits of my computer these days. And hopefully everybody's having a good time connecting. So here we go. Now you see Tuber Chat is a member of Vern's Junk Closet. And Vern does the featured channels collaboration, of course. But she is, like I said, extremely knowledgeable in all things YouTube. She is known as the YouTube cheerleader, or more specifically, the YT cheerleader. And what was the video that you just put out, actually? You just put out a video. I think it said 13 tips. I have yet to watch it. How to make your YouTube channel stand out. And here's another one, how to grow your YouTube channel. And then Drop the Link Day is something that she's doing as well to help creators connect even faster, similar to the way that we do here. So here's a couple of videos right away. Oh, one is a stream, of course, yes. And one is a video that she just put out. She's got a very good idea at the top. She recommends this to people. So for instance, because we do all the connecting that we do in growth streams like this, she has this playlist called Front Page Short, and it's all short videos, or mostly short videos, that are ideal for connecting. When we're always looking for videos, they must be at least a minute long, but you want to watch a full video. So it's not enough to watch a minute of any video. You must watch a full video. And it should be at least a minute long. That's the best way to make sure your connection is going to stick, because we don't want you to meet 10 or 20 new family members here in Tuber Chat today and have half of them gone tomorrow, and that can happen. Melda and Amra family is another previously featured channel from Tuber Chat and a great friend. Thank you for coming in. Melda and Amra family runs another growth stream, just like Tuber Chat, very much similar, and has been responsible for us gaining hundreds of subscribers, both on my personal channel and on Tuber Chat over this last several months. Melda Amra is the first friend to send me a t-shirt, which I wore on the episode in which I featured Melda Amra family. And we dressed up the StreamYard in all yellow to look the same as they do when they do their live stream. And then thank you again for that. Hopefully everybody will connect with Vern's Junk Closet, because like I said, she's got a lot of knowledge that she shares freely for the betterment of the entire YouTube community. But she's very much loved and well respected, and you can support her in many different ways, including she's monetized, she's got memberships, and with well over 4,000 subscribers now. Like I said, you can tell there's a lot to be learned from her. Melda and Amra always shares for us, so thank you very much, bro, for doing that again. Hopefully you'll meet as many new friends and family members as you would like to today. So maybe what I'll do is spin, and we'll get another channel up on the screen. And here's my BS Life, a fellow Canadian. It must have been a couple of weeks since I put your channel up on the screen, because I recently started putting bells on. What I do with people now is when I connect the first time, I just worry about connecting with them. And the next time that they come back and have their channel on the screen, I put the bell on. But there's a lot of creators that I've connected with. Like, for instance, my BS Life here is willing to swap playlists. And we talk a little bit offline as well over Instagram and things like that. So I want to make sure your bell is on. Desandra Fisher, good to see you in here. Thank you for coming in. Hopefully you feel welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators in the house. Everybody's willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody that you'd like to in the chat. Just please take it one by one, meet people individually. And if you follow the instructions at the bottom of the screen, you'll find yourself with some new friends and family members in no time. The way that we connect here is to leave a single emoji next to somebody's name in the chat to let them know that you want to connect with them, and then head to their channel and watch a short video in full of at least 1 minute long so that it registers with the YouTube algorithms. Leave a meaningful, genuine comment related to the content of that video so that it doesn't get held for review or caught in the YouTube spam filters, you want to make sure that it's at least a couple of full sentences long. Then give the creator a thumbs up, because we should always be doing that for each other. And then subscribe to them and come back into the chat here and leave a double emoji of any kind next to their name. That lets them know that you've secured that connection the right way. And then say something about the video that you watch so that they can go back and find your comment easily, and then turn around and do the same thing for your channel. And Eve Belize is willing to swap playlists. Christy Agnes, thank you for coming in. And the Waste of Time podcast seems to have reached a goal, which is great stuff. I'm glad to see you're hooking up with Mr. and Mrs. Annabalo, another one of our members. And hopefully everybody's having a good time connecting, meeting new friends and family members. Melda and Amra still in the house. I hope you're meeting new friends and family members, Melda and Amra. And then, so My BS Life, like I said, is willing to swap playlists for sure. Has a lot of dynamic content, well over 1,000 subscribers, so you're nice and locked in there. But I know you want to get those hours going. And of course, we always recommend that when you're aiming for your 4,000 watch hours, you want to actually move even farther. Aim for 5,000 so that you can really lock them in and make sure that it's solid. And so I don't want to spin too fast. Maybe I'll look at my list and see if I can add any more names to the wheel. My BS Life is also another previously featured channel from Tuber Chat. So I think I'll spin. We'll get another channel up. If you want to, right before I do that, I should just mention, if you want to really get some motivation going outside of YouTube, you can watch these videos from My BS Life and you will see unbelievable workouts. Some of these, there you go, 1,000 reps here, 1,000 reps here, 1,000-meter swim. My goodness. But he's posting so frequently too. That's one of the things that's that I find so amazing, is it's not just simply the content itself and the effort that it takes to make this particular content, but he's doing so much of it. Essence of Sonia's back in the house. Our destinations. Now, hopefully you're still here. I thought I saw you just a minute ago. I'll double check. Is this the right channel? Maybe not. That's coming up. No, I'm sure it's not. I might have accidentally clicked it though. Yeah, I accidentally clicked it. I'm pushing the limits of my computer here by the look of everything. Oh, and I got TubeBuddy on. I love TubeBuddy. I put a link in the description of every video that I do that has my affiliate link to TubeBuddy, but I actually use it. I pay for the first level of it because I use it that much, but it slows me down when I'm live streaming and I've got 5 or 6 windows open, which I do. We were looking for our destinations. There you are right there. Let's see if I can find your channel easily. Maybe not. Oh, it wants to correct me. That's the problem. Our destinations. This is you right here. well over 400 subscribers. Hopefully we're pushing you a little bit farther into the 500 that we know you must be looking for. You got a couple of friends here meant to be RVing. There's another channel that's in the chat right now, Slow Momentum, somebody that we know as well. So because you're a new connection for Tuber Chat, again, I don't watch videos or subscribe while I live stream. So what I'm going to do is look for a video, hopefully around 10 minutes long. I just want to give you a few minutes of watch time. This is perfect, 9:51. Save to watch later. And what that will allow me to do is after the live stream today, in the next few days, I will go through my watch later list and I will watch that video in full. I will leave a meaningful, genuine comment for you and I will give you a thumbs up. And in that way, I will make sure that the subscription sticks. So when I hit that button, it will stay. And then hopefully you're subscribed to Tuber Chat as well. And you have our notification bell on so you don't miss our further live streams. We're always here Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, but the times change so that we can meet different creators from around the world in different time zones. Kamikaze, good to see you back. Thank you for coming in. And my BS life, you only sleep 4 hours a day. My goodness. I think I do not bad for sleep. I get 7 or 8 hours of sleep a day, probably 7, but let's say 7 or 8. And still, of course, I drink pop and eat fudge and all kinds of other stuff. Yesterday, I went out in Niagara Falls again for another Walk With Me live stream. And I went out to check out the nightlife, just see how things have changed for the last over the last few months and this and that. But I was lucky to get to the fudge shop that they have here right before the guy started making a batch of it. So we got to see how the whole thing is done. Again, I've done that before, but we got to see the whole thing again. And then one of the members super chatted me an unreasonable amount of money to go in the store and buy candy. So we did. And that's the second time that I've been forced to go into the, and I say forced to go into the fudge shop and buy 4 different flavors of fudge and bring them home. But yeah, it's, I don't even know if you could do the workouts you do after eating that stuff. But maybe someday, right? And then I can live on 4 hours of sleep as well. And hopefully everybody's having a good time connecting, meeting new friends and family members. I should spin. We'll get another channel up. And thank you, our destinations. Now we will be 100% connected. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, my BS life. We're actually, Mr. Joshi, who was in the chat earlier, is coming down next weekend. And as a minimum, we're expecting to go on the zip line. I haven't been ziplining. I've only been once. I went with Kristen and Kira last year in Blue Mountain. My BS life will know what that is, but it's an area a few hours north of Toronto, which is a couple of hours north of Niagara Falls, where Kristen, Kira, and I live together. We went ziplining. We're going to go next week. And we found, I went and asked last night, it costs $84 Canadian per person to go. And I was like, wow, it does include taxes, but my goodness. Life with Triple T wants to go rock climbing. You're more ambitious than me, that's for sure. And yeah, Michael's Adventures seems to work quite long hours. But yeah, there's a million things to do in Niagara. There's a million places to go. I love to eat, so there's a million restaurants here, and there's a lot of different ways that people can that we can find to collaborate and do different things. Same if we come to Ottawa again. We came to Ottawa. Kristen, Kira, my niece, and I went to Ottawa last summer. We had a fantastic time over there, and now that we have a friend, we can hook up if we manage to get back there. Jazz and DTV, welcome to Tuber Chat. Forgive me, I hid your message just because we don't do self-promotion here. This is a growth stream. It's not a sub-for-sub network. We do connect with each other, and everybody's expecting to check out your channel. They're actually expecting to subscribe to your channel, but they will be expecting you to subscribe to them as well. We're very focused on loyal and dedicated supporters. the kind of creators who will continue to come back to your channel and support you over over the course of not only the coming days, but hopefully weeks, months, and eventually years, to give you all the things you need as a growing YouTuber, like likes, views, comments, and hanging out in your live streams and things like that. So you're free to bake with everybody. You obviously know what that is already, and meet as many friends and family members as you'd like. I got to get you not to spam in the chat, though. So Jazz and DTV, please don't spam. Everybody here wants to bake. You're free to meet as many creators as you want to. The only thing is we insist everybody goes one by one. Take your time. The object is to go first. Okay. Jazz and DTV, we don't do, forgive me. Let me get my message up. We don't ask for people to come to us and then tell them that we'll bake back with them. That's not how Tuber Chat works. So what we do here is we go and visit other people. We subscribe to them and give them the things that we want, and then we get them to do the things back to us. So you have to decide if Tuber Chat is something that you want to be a part of your channel, but we're very much focused on loyal and dedicated supporters here, not just subscribers, because when it comes time for monetization, if we manage to get our 1,000 subscribers and somehow get our 4,000 of hours of watch time, if you don't have genuine people coming back to watch your videos who truly care to support you or at least enjoy your content, then I don't know if you'll be making very much money at all, if that's what you were hoping for. Van Life with Gina. Sorry, I have your channel on the screen. I'm going to talk about it in a quick moment. I've just got to address something in another window here. YouTube seems to be glitching, and for some reason, some messages seem to not be coming through the way that they should. And that happens frequently. Unfortunately, YouTube doesn't always give us very clear rhyme or reason as to why things happen. Thank you very much, our destinations. Hopefully we'll see you again. We're always here Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, but the times change so that we can meet creators from around the world in different time zones. So Van Life with Gina, thank you very much for the time that you spent. Hopefully you're meeting lots of new friends and family members. I'm glad we have a chance to have a look at your channel. Because you're a new connection for Tuber Chat, I do not watch videos or subscribe while I live stream. So what I'm going to do is take one of your latest videos. This is a perfect one, the latest one you put up, and I'll add that into my watch later list. What that will allow me to do is after the live stream today, I will go through my watch later list and I will watch that video in full. It will be sometime within the next, I will watch your video in full and I will leave you a meaningful comment. I will give you a thumbs up and I will subscribe to you, of course. And in that way, I'll make sure that the connection sticks. And then hopefully you're subscribed to Tuber Chat as well and you have our notification bell on so you don't miss our further live streams. We're always here Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, but the times change so that we can meet different creators from around the world in different time zones. Oh, did the Murphy family come in and I didn't see you? Forgive me if I've missed anybody coming through the chat. I got a little bit busy there and I got caught up doing something quick. Or do I not see them? I don't know that I don't know how that happened, but I didn't see the Murphy family. There you are. There you are. Thank you very much. I don't know how I missed you coming in, but thank you for coming and meeting new friends and family members. In Van Life with Gina, we will now be connected. If everybody hasn't already, I will ask you to give a thumbs up because it really does help the stream. I know if you're on a phone, you have to turn the chat off to do it. But you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment and it really does help. So I'll appreciate it if you can. And then there's Life Through Our Eyes 303. This is a wonderfully dynamic creator. I've had the pleasure of hanging out on a couple of live streams. And I'm glad that you have been putting up some stuff this week. Just recently celebrated a birthday. Yes, I remember that actually. And then hopefully that was good for you as well. And hopefully everybody's having a good time meeting new friends and family members. Life Through Our Eyes 303 is willing to swap playlists. If anybody else is willing to swap playlists for the purpose of gaining watch hours in the chat, you can simply say, I am willing to swap playlists, and you will find other creators reaching out to you for the purpose of gaining watch hours by swapping playlists individually. We always want to make those arrangements one by one, but it's independent. I like to encourage everybody to do it, but you're free to make those arrangements yourselves, of course. Life Through Our Eyes 303 has a lot of dynamic content, but does a lot of live streaming as well. So I hope everybody will connect with them if you haven't already. And I will have a look if I can add any more names to the wheel before I spin again. Cozy Relaxation has not been on today. Did I put Just Living Life earlier today already? I don't know if Just Living Life is still here. Maybe not. Okay, we must have already looked at her channel. So, okay, I'll spin. We'll get another channel up on the screen, and then we'll see what's happening. Here's Kira Welton. This is Kristen's daughter. She's in the channel as a moderator, of course. And Kristen, Kira, and I all live together in Niagara Falls, Canada. Obviously, Kira is Kristen's daughter. She has her own channel. Hopefully, we're going to get into some more videos and live streams very shortly. She has been recently doing some live streams where she's done a handful of Minecraft stuff, but she recently did this one with her mother where they played Street Fighter together. I have a video on my personal channel where I played Street Fighter with Kira as well. And then she's got some other dynamic content, some flight lessons, and different things on her channel as well. So hopefully everybody will connect with Kira if you haven't already. And she is also willing to swap playlists, although Kristen is kind of facilitating that for her. And then there's a lot of other creators in the chat that are willing to swap playlists as well. You can simply say, I am willing to swap playlists, and then other creators will reach out to you for the purpose of doing that, and you're free to make those arrangements individually, of course. I should refresh, and then I don't want to move on too quickly. Looks like everybody's having a good time connecting, so that's great. And then, like I said, Kira does the feature channels collaboration, as does Kristen, as does myself. It's a great collaboration that anybody can do. I love talking about it over and over and over again because I want to encourage everybody who's willing to do it to do it. And what happens is when you're featuring channels on your front page like this, you're basically saying to the YouTube algorithm and your audience that these channels are worthy of being featured by you. And then when some of those channels feature you in return, they are saying to their audience in the YouTube algorithm that you are worthy of being featured by them. So you can imagine the impact that that has both on your audiences as well as the YouTube algorithm. So I encourage everybody to do that. So it is somewhat automatic, Mr. and Mrs. Anabalo. What will happen is when your dial goes, you'll probably get your subscribers first, right? And then when you get your watch hours, for most people, not everybody, some people have the hours first. But for most people, you get the subscribers first. And then when the watch hour dial hits the 4,000 on the monetization page, there will be a change. And what will happen is if you have not already signed up for AdSense, it'll give you the opportunity to do that or connect an AdSense account, and then it will put you into review automatically. The review can take any amount of time. The longest I've heard it taking is a week, but I've monetized several channels and they're all different times. Tuber Chat is the most recent. It got monetized on, was it Friday morning? I woke up and it was in review, and by Monday morning before the live stream it became monetized. So last Monday was our first monetized live stream, and then memberships is another thing that unlocks, but that's completely random. There's no answer as to how that works because every time I think I have an answer, something changes. Tuber Chat got monetized on Monday, and memberships came available on Thursday. And there was no rhyme or reason for that. Or Wednesday or Thursday, it doesn't matter, whatever it was, a few days. That's the only time I've heard of that. I've had other channels where it's taken a month and a half. I've got one channel that's been monetized for months and still doesn't have membership. So unfortunately, that's a separate answer that I don't have yet. But it's almost an automated process. You'll be watching anyway. When you get really close to your 4,000 hours, I'm sure you'll be checking that page at least every day, if not multiple times a day. And as far as I know, the analytics update once per day. But when it happens, and like I said, that dial hits the 4,000, it'll begin an automated process, and you might just have to do a couple of quick things. Mercy Jack is still meeting new friends and family members, and I appreciate all the time everybody's spending. As we grow and follow more and more creators, it becomes harder and harder to support everybody as much as we all might like. So I appreciate every minute that you spend here at Tuber Chat, and hopefully you're maximizing your impact and meeting as many friends and family members as you would like. We just looked at our destinations. I got to spin again. 3 times today, I think I forgot to take names off the wheel. Salt P Motors, I'm almost 100% sure, is not in the house. They were here very, very early, but I'll put their channel up just for 1 quick second anyway, and if they're not here, I'll move on. Carolyn Eats All, good to see you in the house. Yeah, Salty Motors is gone. So I'll spin just for fun, but we already know Cozy Relaxation is coming up, and then I'll have a look at my list. Arizona Insider, good to see you in the house. And Cozy Relaxation we'll get to next. Cozy Relaxation is also doing the feature channels collaboration and is willing to swap playlists with people. I've swapped with them. I think I cleared my watch history as an experiment the other day, so we don't see a lot of red lines. That's a video that I actually watched. But Cozy Relaxation is willing to swap with people. So you can reach out to them if you'd like to. And they're available on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, Blogger, and Reddit. Let me see what I'm going to do over here. I'm just having a look at something in the other Kamikaze, good to see you. Thank you very much for the time. Hopefully we'll see you back. Oh, that's a premiere. Looking at something in another window over here. I'm pushing the limits of my computer today. So, let me see what I'm going to do here. Let me get over to our I'll refresh our page here. So I'm dropping a link in the chat here where we can go over to another channel and continue connecting. I'm going to wrap up the live stream for right now. We'll be back Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. But if you would, just please head over to that channel and mention Tuber Chat Raid when you get there. We're going to go see the dude rocks. He's got a dynamic show, but he allows people to connect the way we are here in Tuber Chat, and we'll have some entertainment while we do that. And then I will see you over there. And I appreciate every moment that everybody spent. Hopefully you've met lots of friends and family members. And thank you, everyone, for all you've done to help Tuber Chat grow and grow and grow. So we will see you, hopefully, on Friday. Thank you, everyone.